All right. So welcome those of you watching, whether you're watching live right now or whether you're watching the recording later on YouTube or Twitch. Good to have you here. So we are starting a new game of Civ 4, and I want to do a different setup. This actually is going to involve running a mod. Some of you guessed it in chat. Some of you have been around Realms Beyond for a long time. I've seen this before. So we're going to start out by actually loading a mod, which is something I almost never do. But this mod is required in order to do the setup that I have for this game. So if you've never done this before, in order to load a mod, you go to not single player, you go to Advanced, load a mod. And the game, Civ 4 does ship with different ones, but the one we're going to be running here is called Realms Beyond Dan Quayle. So when that happens, the game closes and then it opens back up again. All right, and you can tell we're running a mod because it has a little mod indicator up here in the top right corner. So let's go ahead and do the setup, and then I'll talk more about this actual mod and what it does in a minute. So we're going to go to custom game. What this mod does is it adds an extra civ. So if I scroll all the way down to the list, you will see a new leader, Dan Quayle, the man, the myth, the legend here. So we're going to add him to the game. I already figured out the settings I wanted to do, so we're going to set this to Immortal. It's going to be a tough game. There's no guarantee we're going to win this. I actually think the odds of winning are maybe only around 50% because Immortal is pretty difficult and we're handicapping ourselves here. But we're going to do tilted axis, just normal climate, low sea level, and massive continents. Tilted axis is an interesting map. I don't think a ton of people are familiar with this, but tilted axis shifts the map. So you don't have a north pole and a south pole, you have an east pole and a west pole. Like the poles are at the sides, and then the world map goes in the north-south direction. It's a little bit different. So we have our standard tech trading turned off, and we have vassal states turned off, and random events. I don't think we need anything else. And and I wanted this to be a small map is the other change I'm making. Let me just double check everything looks good. So this is going to be a smaller map, only 4 opponents. So it's going to be important to manage the diplomacy between them. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this mod. So this mod was created by Roughhigh for a Realms Beyond event that we did a long time ago. It adds Dan Quayle as a leader for the United States of America. It actually creates kind of a fake America civ that he's the leader of. So Dan Quayle is kind of infamous in civilization terms, dating back to the original civilization when Sid Meier and Bruce Shelley were creating the list at the end of the game where you get ranked. That is an unlisted number I am not going to answer. Yes, when they created the Civ rankings list at the end of the game, you would be ranked based on what your score was. Augustus Caesar was at the top, and then you go all the way down the list, and Dan Quayle was infamously at the bottom of that list. Dan Quayle was the vice president of the United States under George H.W. Bush, the first President Bush. He was infamous for saying a lot of really dumb things. He kind of became a national punching line. He was most famous, as you can see in the chat, about potato. He famously misspelled the word potato in an elementary school spelling bee as the vice president of the United States. So yeah, he's kind of a joke figure. No offense to Mr. Dan Quayle, who is still alive, by the way. Is still alive, but was not particularly noteworthy aside from saying a lot of really dumb stuff. Anyway, so what this mod does is it adds Dan Quayle as a leader. So let's look at specifically what Dan Quayle has as a leader. We're going to go into the Civilopedia here. So his traits: incompetent, -1 health per city, -1 happiness per city, and addled, -50% great person birth rate. So that's what he gets. And he comes with this fake America civ. Let me go to the civilizations. Not America, but the United States of America. You have as your unique building the savings and loans. Instead of the normal bank, which is plus 50% gold, it's plus 35%. And instead of the normal worker, you have the public servant, which is a worker with 1 movement instead of 2 movements. So this is a mod designed to be a challenge. So not only are we going to play on Immortal, we're also going to play with a leader who has negative traits and a civ that has negative unique units and negative unique buildings. So yeah, it's not great, to say the least. The public servant in particular is going to be really painful. Yeah. But we're going to, so aside from that, it's going to be a default game, like no other variant. I'm just going to try to do my best to win with these restrictions. And that is the basic setup here. So I believe you also have half-speed cottage growth, but I could be wrong. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Well, we've actually rolled a good starting capital, though. See, the thing is, we do get the starting techs of America in this game. And America starts with fishing and agriculture. So this is really good for us because we have a agriculture resource and we have seafood resources. So we're going to move. You should always move your warrior to start. But this looks like a pretty good starting position. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need a name for our capital, by the way. Okay, we just got gold there. And the question is, do we want a worker or do we want a work boat? Which is not as simple as you might think. I think we want... Boy, this is actually not the easiest decision. See, we really do want to improve this tile. But after we improve this tile, there wouldn't be anything else for our worker to do. So I think we probably want the work boat anyway. Washington. I actually kind of like that. People like potato. All right. Potato is probably a better suggestion. Capital potato. All right. So we could do this. This is often something you'll see people do because we have the 3 production tile. I think it's probably better to run the workboat to start, get the workboat quickly, and then build the worker. Once we have the workboat finished. Because we can get a 5 food, yeah, and then build the worker with a 5 food fish tile. I think that's probably the way to do this. Anyway, welcome everybody who just got here. Now, in terms of tech path, we probably need to do animal husbandry because we're going to want to connect that cow, and of course it'll also reveal horses. The tech path is probably animal husbandry, then mining bronze working, I think is how we would want to do this. And in the meantime, then we just need to head out exploring. Yeah, it's a shame we can't work the 3rd fish. We will probably want to put another city over here just to grab that fish tile, and it can also share tiles with the capital. We'll see. We obviously need to explore more of the map, find out who else is in this game, that sort of thing. Now, barbarians are on, so this could be tricky because I'm not planning on building a lot of military here. And unlike in Civ 6, your cities do not defend themselves in Civ 4. Alright, well, that's nice. We've got a gems resource down there. Remember, we have -1 happiness, so... do you see the ARG? That's the unhappiness from the mod. +1 from civilization. ARG. So yeah, we're going to have a lower health and happiness cap than usual. Let's circle over here and explore this area. All right, so the border's popped. So it looks like we've got jungle over here. So some good long-term land, but we'll need ironworking to make use of most of this. Looks like we're at a peninsula of sorts here, so that'll keep us somewhat sheltered from barbarians, so that's good. All right, so it's probably worthwhile to try to grab that hut. If we can avoid fighting the lion, it'll depend on what direction that lion moves. I mean, actual America could be in the game. It's very possible. All right, so the lion moved. The lion is probably on this tile. So let's head down here and try to grab that, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to do the public servant right now. And we want to be running, let's see, yeah, this way we pick up the extra commerce on that tile. Of course, I'm going to be working the fish tile almost immediately. Alright, so there's at least 1 mysticism civ in the game. Alright, well, we got more gold. That's not fantastic or anything, but it will let us research for a longer period of time once we get another city out. Alright, so there we go. So now we switch that over, and now the worker is down to 9 turns. It's too bad the fish isn't in the coastal tiles, because then we'd get 2 commerce instead of 1. But yeah, we'll run this. Then we'll farm the wheat, and then we'll improve the cows afterwards. So right now, yeah, just still defogging the map. Yeah, we got a lot of health. Oh, we found somebody. We found Portugal. All right, so you guys know from Civ 4 AI Survivor, boy, he is not necessarily a good one to be near because he is going to gobble up the land pretty quickly. Middle, peace weight, expansionistic, imperialistic. At least he's not terribly aggressive, J-Man. So we're going to need to try to get down here and settle the land as quickly as possible. On Immortal, they start with at least 1 extra worker. I do not believe they start with a settler. Just going to try to get what vision I can. All right, so I didn't get to see too much there. Peace weight. Well, it affects how the AIs like each other. Some of the AIs in... Oh, we found Hattie as well. Okay. Hopefully we're not too cramped here in this start. So she is a high peace weight leader. She seems to be pretty easy to get along with. Let's put our espionage points on J-Man until we can get his bar graphs, and then we'll switch over to Egypt. What is the peace weight for Dan Quayle? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if he's even in the game as an AI leader, actually.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy
Alright, so we need to go mining. Bronze working now. Alright, more jungly terrain down here. Jeez, okay, someone's obsessed with religion. There's a decent chance Hattie founded that religion. We will be very happy to adopt someone... Alright, yeah, Hattie founded it. We will be very happy to adopt someone's religion to stay on their good side. At least Hattie is one of the easiest leaders to stay on. She's super peaceful. She's pretty easy to deal with. So next up, we build the worker, and then we build work boats while growing to like size 2 or 3. And then we start a settler. Oh, there's a panther here. Oh boy, I hope I don't lose this battle. Fortunately, we won that. Whew, that could have been dangerous. All right, let's... Yeah, so normally you don't run into barbarians because most of them don't have 2 moves, but they did. Let's just fortify here for the moment. Right now, I would probably just send any new city down south as fast as possible to try to box out J-Man. Although, with his imperialistic trait, he will almost certainly get some of this territory before us. Yeah, imagine if Shaka was there, exactly. This could be much worse in terms of what we drew. Oh, okay. Well, see, this is why I'm glad I stopped to look. Another panther down there. Although he could attack us here, we would be in the forest and across the river. All right. I mean, so we do get a pretty big defensive bonus here. All right. Again, glad I was watching that though. All right. Let's heal for 2 turns, not 3. All right. So now we go back to workboat. Now, normally you'd be able to move there and immediately farm, but we only have 1 movement point, so we, yeah, can't do any better than that. I'll probably build the settler at size 3. Probably. Name the warrior Black Panther. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And with this much food at the capital, slavery civic's going to be super important. We can split off this cow tile to another city, like to a city on, probably on this tile, or actually maybe on this tile, because it gets less desert in range. All right, now onto bronze working.
Begins by carrying away small stones.
All right, so this warrior is not at 100% full health, but it's probably at like 98 out of... We can actually see how much health it's at in the combat log. It's at 96 out of 100 because I healed for 20 each turn. You know, we actually had 1 in 3 odds to lose our warrior there. And in the first combat, we also had 1 in 3 odds to lose our warrior. So we're pretty darn lucky that our warrior is still alive right now. We're fairly lucky that we did not lose him there. which would leave us with no units at all, and that would not be ideal. Anyways, we almost have demos on J-Man. Oh, geez, another panther. Okay, well, we're in the forest, and we've got the woodsman bonus. Let's heal for 1 turn. A lot of panthers right now. All right, so now we've got demos with him. I'm probably gonna have to keep microing it back and forth. Let's just see the demo comparison. So, as you would expect, he's higher in everything. Food, he's actually not that far ahead in food, which is good. Power, though, is like, yeah. Because they start with a bunch of units on this difficulty. So someone's already got 2 cities. Someone has a size 3 city and a 2nd city out. Is there a way to get to the trade? All right, control gets to the trade screen. I'm just trying to see if they have founded a 2nd city yet. No, neither of them's founded a 2nd city yet. All right, so now we're back to 1.9 health. And now let's, as long as we stick to the forest, with a woodsman promotion in the forest, we should be pretty safe. Not finding a ton of resources down here, are we? Like, we still haven't spotted horses yet. Hopefully there'll be copper somewhere in the area. Have they gotten their 2nd cities down yet? Nope. Score is well ahead of me. Oh, geez, a bear. Okay, well, we don't... All right, well, so we do have a new city founded. I would prefer not to fight the bear if I could, just because they're 3 strength. So even with the forest bonus, the odds are not ideal against the bear. So he found it here. I mean, this could have been worse. He could have... I would like to get down to this gems tile if I can, because that would be nice to have for the future. Anyway, we finished the farm there. So yeah, note that we can now grow in 3 turns, thanks to this. So we will build the settler at size 3, because we'll be able to pick up the cattle tile at that point. Note that, again, we still have no defenses at any of these cities. Proving you don't need metals. Lone Hill tile. It would be a good defensive city, but the problem is you got to remember it would need to expand borders to get the gems in range, and it would have a lot of desert tiles, which are no good. So it would probably make more sense to found a city on this tile. Maybe. Like, the city that makes the most sense is one that would use this cow tile, but I really want to get these 2. I'm kind of going to need these happiness resources, so I will probably try to settle for them first. Although I might have to go early ironworking, give it for that gems, and because there's a lot of jungle here. Where copper pops up could also influence our decision too. And we're still exploring. Still trying to find out more of what's in this area. Really hope no barbarians pop up, like warriors, because we still have no actual units back here, which is not safe at all. So she's out to 2 cities and he's out to 2 cities. Note that, again, that used up, and he's already picked up slavery. Note that that has now used up my movement to move to this tile. I can't move and improve the tile, which is so annoying. Alright. So we still don't know where Egypt is, but presumably Egypt's off here somewhere, probably further to the south, would be my guess. I'm going to circle back and try to defog this territory, though. Alright, and we're switching over to a settler right now. It's 10 turns either way. Too bad we don't get an imperialistic bonus. That would be nice. The time to build it will drop, though. See, we actually get what do we get? We get 11 per turn, 11 food hammers, and 11 times 9 would be 99. So we're just short. But as soon as this pasture finishes, we will be able to. So it'll finish in 9 turns instead of 10. And I think that's the best I can do. that out. All right. I'm hoping that they are actually killing some of the barbs with their scouts. They, of course, get a huge bonus against barbarians, thanks to the difficulty level. A lot of jungle. Awful lot of jungle tiles. So this is actually the equator right here, and so over here is closer to the East Pole. And then I guess if we went further to the west, we'd be closer to the West Pole. And it sounds weird saying that, but... Alright. There we go. Alright, so settler drops down to 5 turns. So that's not bad. We've got 3 improved tiles. We're working them. Now we're going to need another warrior. We're going to need a warrior here because we're about to hit the unhappiness level. And unfortunately, there's not a ton for our worker to do. I'll probably move the worker here and try to chop this. Chop and mine it, I guess. Just because there's not anything else to do at the moment. Or I could try to get rid of one of these grassland forests. That might not be a bad idea either. We'll see. Obviously, I can't chop until I finish bronze working. So far, haven't seen a whole lot in terms of resources. So he's in, that's right, he's in bronze working right now. Alright, we'll even out the espionage next turn. Oh, so we've found, alright, so there's at least 3 leaders here. I mean, this is not the worst thing, though. It means Hattie and Justinian are not going to like each other at all because of the 2 different religions. Let's see what he's... So he's, of course, got a second city as well. One of them founded Judaism. Let's see. Well, we don't know who founded it. Probably Hattie, because she already had Hinduism. So Justinian, also middling peace weight. So we have to wait another turn. The only question is what I want. I probably want to chop this because it'll like clear a path for movement through here. I don't have wheel yet. All right, well, hey, there's a food bonus. We have to explore the coast too, but that'll have to wait. All right, let's hope for, let's see, 44, 40. We actually have Hattie's demos now too. Although we just lost them with, let's do this for 1 turn and then we'll check the demos with them. Let's cross our fingers for copper somewhere in the area.
It is entirely seemly for a young man.
Doesn't look like we got any. So ironworking is something we would like, but it's a little pricey at the moment. We probably want wheel pottery next then. All right, well, so much for any resources. No horses and no bronze. Definitely going to be an ironworking game. No seafood resources there either. No copper hype, indeed. We are going to revolt to slavery. We're just going to do it once the settler's out. And this warrior is going to have to come back to provide guard duty. Just going to have to. Because I can't have a settler running around with nothing escorting it at all. So I wouldn't say we've got the greatest land here. Alright, so let's think. Where do we want to put this city? Again, from a development perspective, a place where we can make use of this, this is the best, but I really long-term need these resources. So... but a city down there, of course, would have no food whatsoever. Next city should be Quayle. Spelled like that. Ram the city into J-Man's nerdy face. Man, I would really like to put it here. But that probably means giving up these... No, I've got to put it some... I've got to box out J-Man. That's the most important thing to do right now. I've got to make sure I settle a decent amount of land. So I think we put it... Oh, you know what we can do? We could settle on the resource. That's doable. But does that really help us? No, and then that puts us too close to his borders. No, that doesn't really help us. So I want to get a city that incorporates these two resources. It's going to have to be one of these. And then we want to make sure we leave 3 tiles. So if I put a city here, I could go 3 tiles away. So here, we put it here. We put cities on those 2 tiles, I think. And this one's got to be first. Even though it's going to be a crummy city, it's just to try to claim territory. Or what if I put it a tile north? The problem is if I go here, J-Man's going to expand borders long before I can. He's going to expand borders long... he's going to have a monument in here pretty soon, and the borders are going to pop. So we might as well just situate this more defensively back a tile. Because we're not going to control this, these tiles here. We're not going to control them anyway. So we might as well just put the city back a tile. Put it here. It's more defensive. 1, 2. And then that would mean we couldn't settle here. Because that's only 2 tiles. So we'd have to go here, which is not terrible. Although it's not as ideal. That's 3 tiles from the capital. And then we would want to get a city that grabs this resource over here, but we can figure that out. We have, we want ideally explore the eastern coast to see if there's seafood resources out there. 1 southwest of the, yeah, exactly, just as Alex said. All right. So this first settler we're going to have to drop down here. Hopefully, I think the warrior can get over in time to fog bust, and then I'll keep the warrior in there just so we don't have a totally undefended city. We also probably need to go for early archery. Oh, so this city is not going to be able to grow. So let's swap to a warrior. And then we'll finish that chop. There we go. That'll finish the warrior. And because the forest is gone, now the settler saves a turn of movement by being able to walk through that vacated tile. And I'd like to road down here too, because I'd like to get a trade route between the first 2 cities for an extra commerce in each one. It's not a ton, but it does matter. And we can use this turn to revolt into slavery civic. Good time to do it because our settler's on the move. The funny thing about the public servants is I am literally a public servant. I work for the federal government. That's my job. So I'm kind of amused at the super incompetent civil servant or public servant. All right. So if I move up a tile, it doesn't help me settle any faster, and I'm moving into territory that might be unsafe. So I'm just going to stop here for this turn. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably chop another tile. And what would be the most useful tile to chop? Probably this, because I could build a mine there later. I also might want to get down here and chop this forest, just so I can use it to get a quick monument. Now, I don't have a monument yet, but I am going to want to get that soonish, just so I can get some culture going and expand the borders. In fact, I think I need to go mysticism after finishing wheel, because I need to be able to build roads. But, all right, so that means I have time to chop and mine a tile. I should chop and mine this tile just so I have a high production tile, in case I would want that. Spends time streaming Civ. Alright, so this guy needs to hang out here in the capital. We're going to be slaving out another settler very soon. So we want to get this up to the max happiness cap, which is size 4, and then we will slave out a settler at size 4. And it will overflow into something. I don't know what. Stonehenge is already built. Okay, let's see who built Stonehenge. Unknown. Oh, interesting. So it's the Civ I haven't met. There's only 1 Civ in the game I haven't met yet. But whoever that is, that's the one who built Stonehenge. Alright, so we should have demos on both of these. And now let's start getting demos with Justinian. So at least they haven't gotten up to 3 cities yet. Well, Hattie has. She's already at 3 cities. Great. Okay. We're gonna have fewer cities than the AI. Just you got to get used to that on high difficulty. Name the public servant after me. Okay, sure. I'm stopping here to think because I'm trying to figure out when I want this chop to complete. Yeah, I think yeah, this will put it into the settler, but that's good because I want to speed up that settler. All right, so you move there. All right. And we just have to cross our fingers that there's nothing that's going to jump out of the fog and kill us. Shouldn't be. The only time... Well, I guess there could be something on a 2-move barb unit on one of these tiles, but that's exceedingly unlikely. Oh, if we're misspelling it should... Yeah, well... with the 1L. No, we'll keep it with the 3, because the 3 is for me. The 2 is for the actual historical Sullla, who was a real person. Like, so we are running a slight risk here. But... Alright. And because this is such a sad city, we will go with Quayle here. This city can't grow... Oh god, there's a barb archer? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Well, that could be disaster. Not much I can do about that. I'm just trying to think if I want warrior or public servant here. Well, we just have to cross our fingers and hope. Not much we can do about a barb archer already running around, because there's no way we can have archery this early in the game. I have not seen that, I'm afraid. Well, if we lose the city, we could just have to be in a situation where we have to restart. We're in slavery civic, but we can't slave this early. Because we're not bot 2. But we might as well go for that warrior. All we can do is cross our fingers and hope that we get lucky on a dice roll. And it's combat 1, but at least it's not full strength. It's like, and it's combat 1 too. Well, let's see what happens. Still wandering around. Obviously we're going to the fish towel because it has more food. Now, we could put this into another warrior, and in fact, I think I will do that just because that barb archer is running around. I have to try not to get killed here. We can actually get 2 warriors here if we needed to, as we're out of this. I don't think there's a barb city yet. I think it's just an archer that popped up. Sure are a lot of barbarians, though. Oh, you know what it is? They're not going into my borders yet. The AI won't... They won't go into your borders until a certain amount of time passes. I think that's what's happening. Alright, let's just get... We'll get another warrior here. So this is going to grow into unhappiness, but that's not as bad as it might sound, because we can just use it to whip off of. What I'm going to need is more happiness really badly. I'll see if I can get this to attack me on a tile where I have a defensive bonus. Meanwhile, Justinian is off and rolling with his 3 cities already. Maybe I should have turned off barbarians. Oh well. Yeah, happy limit at potato already. The tiny happiness limit. Not great. Alright, meanwhile we're on to the settler. Yeah, like I said, this isn't as bad as it might sound like because we can whip off of it, but we need happiness in like the worst way. I'm going to try to move these guys together. Like, I would move here, but I want both of them to be able to move onto that tile together. So that if one dies, the other is there to cover. At least they haven't gone after Quayle. Quayle is much more vulnerable. Alright. So yeah, we don't have great combat odds here. I'm hoping that they'll attack. That would be ideal. Would be them attacking here. These stupid barbarians. All I can do is throw warriors at them right now. Nope, instead they opted to pillage. That is a much worse situation. I'll have to repair it with my dude, but that's super annoying. I only had 29% odds to attack and win, so I didn't want to do that. In before we lose and get Dan Quayle on the Dan Quayle screen, yeah. This Barb Archer is really poorly timed to wander in like that. It's setting my development behind by a pretty good margin. Alright. So we probably lose this second battle. But we killed the archer, and that's the much more significant of the two. Oh, jeez. I was going to move there. I was going to move there and road, but it was like, oh yeah, that's right. Public worker sucks. So at least we killed the Barb Archer. Barely. We had 5 health left when we did that. We actually got pretty unlucky. The Barb Archer only had 22% odds, but it still managed to hit us again and again and again. So we got pretty unlucky there. We had no chance to win the second combat because of how badly the first one went. Alright, so we could whip this for 2 pop. I wouldn't mind getting a big overflow. So the way to do that would be to double whip when we're in another turn or two. So I think I'll hold off and double whip so I can get as much overflow as possible. But it looks like we're not going to lose our capital to the barbarian. We should win this because we're fortified in the forest. Okay.
Nature herself.
That's good news. All right.
The idea of God.
Pottery or ironwork? I think ironworking would actually help us more, honestly. So we'll road and then road over here. All right. So what are we at right now? All right. So I have to whip here. And I think I will overflow into another public worker, public servant. You might as well heal for the time being. You're about to get another warrior for defense, so why don't you head out and explore more of the map? I definitely want to get a city there, and then just start chop down jungle, build cottages. You get the picture. And then maybe we'll probably try to put our 4th city over here, just to lock down some of the territory. I'm finishing the warrior, and then I'm getting a monument here, because if I can expand borders, I can seal off a lot of territory from J-Man. I need to head over in this direction. Actually, it's more important to expand in this explore in this direction. So let's head out there and see what we can do. Hi, Lemon. So it's certainly not a fast start, but I mean, what do you expect? All right. Let's so we've actually got we've actually got demos on J-Man. So let's go ahead and do this for the time being. Actually, we can just remove all the weights. That has the same effect. That'll work for right now. All right, yeah, let's get another worker. All right, so switch to this. As I said, I want to, let's get it to size 2. At size 2 will work this tile. But we need ironworking if we're going to be able to cut that down and make use of it. We desperately need the happiness. Like, here we go again. Just got to keep throwing more warriors out. Wait, did we finish that road? Yes, we did. Oh, I've got another movement point. Nice. That's right, because I finished the road. My settlers still move at a normal movement speed. It's just my workers that are terrible. So this guy hopefully should absorb that attack and win, because I've got the jungle bonus and the woodsman bonus. Hopefully. I was going to say it would take really bad luck to lose that. Also only needs 1 more to get Woody 2. Woodsman 2. Oh, we need a name for this city, you guys. Because we're already, at least we're up to 3 cities. So if we build a road... It's stupid. What do you guys want for this? Dessert? Boss... Oh, I like Boss Town. That's pretty good. I think we can get dessert. We can get dessert for a city that's over here in the desert. So what I will do eventually is I will probably split this wheat tile off. Because like if I put a city here, I could split the wheat tile off to that spot. And that would give it a food bonus. It would be a fishing city for sure. But like the capital can make do with just these 3 seafood resources. Everything's going to be like misspellings of one type or another. What do we want here? Probably... do we want the monument? I mean, what we really want is a granary, but we don't have pottery yet. Yeah, that was the one thing about going for ironworking before. Probably should have gone for the pottery just to get granaries in play, because that's what you really want in the new cities. But ironworking is really key because we have a ton of jungle and we've got a happiness resource that we need super badly. I guess we'll do the monument then. Might as well expand the borders. Because that would get the banana in range. Now we can't put a plantation on it just yet. But we could, what's the word I'm looking for? We could chop down the jungle and get a 3 food tile there, at least. I mean, long term, we actually do have, like, if we can get to calendar is going to be super important for us because we have silks, we have bananas, and we have dyes. That's a lot of additional happiness right there. Oh, you know what? I could slave out the monument. That would be it's probably worthwhile to slave the monument because why the heck not? I really want the borders to expand to try and seal off where J-Man can go. All right, let's go back to a workboat next. Note that we're at the happiness cap already, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Like I said, we're going to be growing past the happiness cap a lot in this game, and that's not the worst thing. All right, so that ends our turn there, but the 2 of them can repasture the cows that we lost as we head out exploring. Our empire of warriors here. If I finish this workboat, I might send it off here to the east just to defog some of these tiles. I wouldn't mind sending a workboat out exploring. How are we doing on espionage for right now? We can still see everybody's demos. We'll do a big look at turn 50. You can see how far behind we're falling vis-a-vis the AIs, but that's okay. It's a long game. We will catch up to them in time. They only have 3... I mean, we're equal in cities, so that's... Now, their cities are much larger than mine, but, you know, as long as we can keep equal in city count, or close to equal in city count, I think we'll be in decent shape. Oh, great. Here we go. Another Barb Archer. Great. If we can win this fight, we'll have Woodsman 2 promotion, but, so what are we going to get? We're going to get 50% bonus plus the 20% bonus. These stupid barbarians. All right. We'll whip that pop away. Put the overflow probably into another warrior because there's nothing else I can build in terms of military units. Really got to cross our fingers for this combat. I wish I were on that hill. Oh, thank goodness. That's a huge victory right there. Because it means we can take Woodsman 2. Woody 2. Move through the woods faster. I can actually do this. I can move back into my territory and I'll heal faster in my territory. Alright, now let's road here. Like I said, I want to get the road connections here. If I can finish a road down here, then I get that trade route. Oh wait, I already have a trade route. How do I have a trade route to Quayle? Oh, they're on the river. These 2, I was like, it's not the capital. It's, yeah, okay. So, whew. Barbarian. What were our odds in that? So that was a straight 50-50. Actually, the Barb Archer had slightly higher odds. That was really good luck. Good news, though, because if the Archer wins, he's coming in and he's attacking and clearing tiles. Like, we're going to have to go for... if there's no iron, we're going to have to go for archery in the near future, too. Because we need a unit better than warriors. Warriors are not intended to do a lot of fighting. But so far, it's worked out okay. All right, so now we got the road. The trade route won't pop up just yet, but We did pick that up. All right. Yeah, so the capital's still growing. It's growing into unhappiness. Again, that's not the worst thing in the world because we can always whip off that population. This is not Civ 6 where you get more science based on your population, but continuing to grow is not the worst thing here because we will just put that into a settler. Like, if we go to size 6, we can triple whip the settler, which is not terrible. And that whip duration, we will get another pop point back in 4 turns. So, like I said, it's okay, basically. All right. So now, well, there's not a ton for us to do at this point, but what I would do normally is I'd start getting some cottages. But I can chop stuff. The other thing we could do is, because our movement is so terrible, is we could start roading down towards Quayle. But a chop is probably more useful. Yeah, as Dark Kuno just said. Black Panther has survived two-thirds odds and a 50-50. No, the worker movement points don't affect the improvement build speed, but oh boy, and unfortunately, I'm going to run out of money here soon too. So ironworking is even further away than it looks like. I wonder if I should stop and go for pottery. It is a much cheaper tech because I'm going to need. I can build a cottage, can build a poor cottage. Because I would like to get some cottages down. I'm running out of money, the true Dan Quayle experience. The trade route completing will help. It's only 1 commerce, but 1 commerce is not terrible. Like, I do have a trade route connection to him. But I don't want to sign open borders. Like, I wouldn't mind signing open borders with, like, Hattie, but I don't really want to sign open borders with him because I'm trying to seal off my territory. Like, those trade routes would help, but let's get our territory locked down first, and then we can go for it. Yeah, I probably should have pulled off of ironworking and gone for pottery. I really need both techs, honestly. Quite badly. But pottery is much cheaper. Like, much cheaper. Exactly, need to wait until I have the cities down. Well, Black Panther's actually out exploring, so he's not... Like, these other warriors are just on defense right now. So why don't we do roads for right now? Road down towards Quayle. And the reason for that is just I wouldn't mind saving these forests until either post-math or until I could put the chops into a granary. Bosstown doesn't need to rush this monument that badly. So go ahead and do this. Got it. It's so painful moving these workers onto flat ground tiles and then their turn just being wasted. Very painful. Oh, hey, our border's expanded and we see there's a seafood resource. Okay. That's good news. All right, so now we definitely want a city here. So let's put a marker down. Because that can work the wheat tile. And then it also can work this, or we can split the clams off to yet another city. So that's good news. And now this guy might as well move here. We'll just alternate. All right, you should heal for another turn, and then you can head out exploring. So yeah, I do want to see, and you know what, we've got another warrior that's about to pop out. So why don't you go over here and explore the eastern coast, because that way we can dot map a little bit more precisely over here. So he has 3 cities, but fortunately he didn't send his second city towards us. I mean, I guess it could be in the fog over here. We don't know, because we don't have the fog explored yet. But I think you can see with the culture map. In any case, we need to push in both of these directions and just see. If we can get up to like a dozen cities, I still like our chances long term. Yeah, the fishing tile became a lot better as a result of seeing that. And here's the other nice thing, is by the borders expanding, we also push back the area in which the barbs can spawn. Remember, barbs can only spawn in fog tiles. Spoderman? Okay. For Spider-Man. Spoderman? Okay. Yeah, this map is more open, obviously. So what we want here to build here next is a... we want to build a granary, but we can't do that yet. All right, so he's got a city there, but that cattle resource still has not been claimed yet. So this is the big advantage of Woodsman too, is you can move twice through jungle. Very nice. And as soon as this city grows, I'm going to swap it over to a settler. It's only working 3 tiles right now. It's going to be size 5 working 3 tiles because of the unhappiness penalty. Anyway, let's run gold for a turn. Westtown's going to grow. Doesn't really have much to work, though. I guess it could work one of these tiles here. Really want to be able to build cottages. That was a mistake of mine. I should have gone for pottery after, and not. I can road either of these 2 tiles. Probably better to have a road on this tile, honestly. Okay. So nothing there immediately. Alright. Looks like the city is on this tile here. Is that his 3rd city? Yep, okay. So he has sent both cities towards us, which is less than ideal. Like, his first 2 settlers both went in our direction. Not great. So since I don't really care about the monument, I'm actually going to work this tile. I actually want the commerce more than I want the monument right now. The monument does matter, though, because it'll push back, again, the space in which the barbs can spawn. And we're close to this city expanding borders, too. So if we can put a city, like, on this tile here, maybe, or maybe here. We'll see what's over here, but one of these 2 tiles, one of these 2 we'll probably put the city on. And if we have expanded borders in both, then J-Man can't get behind us. Alright, so now's the time to swap over to the settler. And that costs 5 population. We will double whip this in like 2 or 3 turns. And we're going to send that settler down over here, is the goal, to try and, again, block off this area. That's the hope. So that'll get us a road there. Looks like there's more space over here, which is not the worst thing. All right, so I think we can get pottery in 2 turns. I think we can squeeze it out next turn. Note that we finally got out of the unhappiness penalty at the capital. Of course, we still have the ARG penalty, but we're out from the unhappiness penalty at least. So that road will be finished next turn. And then the question is what to do with this guy. Because we got the roads done now. Oh, you know what? I can start roading towards the next city location. That would probably make the most sense. Oops. Oh, yeah, that's right. Moving there uses up its movement. God. Forgot how terrible this is. I should have moved on to this tile. Oh, well. Yeah, we're only missing 1 civ. Oh, we found the last civ. It's de Gaulle! Let's see the trade table with him. He appears to be the... Oh, he only has 1 other city. He appears to be the weakest. We actually have more cities than him! That's kind of amazing. Alright, let's set our espionage with him. De Gaulle. Peace weight of 0, yeah. So he will not get along with Hattie, especially if they don't share the same religion. Alright, so there's slightly more land over here than it might have looked like at first. It's so ridiculous I can't move into that tile. But yeah, alright, so unless we see something else, I think this is the tile we want for a city. Because it's got that in first ring. And then we can put another city here on this tile to work the clams. And with expanded borders, it's got a resource. With expanded borders, yeah, it would block off this territory. So I think that's what we want. Moo Town, that's not a bad suggestion. We will definitely get, this will probably be Desert Town here, because it's got the desert, and we'll see. I think I can whip this. Oh, I'm still a turn away. Well, that's not the worst thing. We'll get a decent amount of overflow, which we'll probably put into a workboat. After Bosstown finishes the monument, I'm going to build a worker at size... I'll grow it to size 3 and then build a worker. Public servant, whatever you want to call it. All right, so this, this opening was a little bit rough, but we're not in the worst shape. Could be a lot worse. So Great Wall was built by Byzantium. Stonehenge was built by France. That's okay. So that's why de Gaulle only has 2 cities, because he stopped to build Stonehenge. That explains it. Yeah, J-Man is not dangerous long term. He has very poor scaling traits. His scary thing is just that he will grab a lot of land.
And another unto dishonor.
And we're going to need this. We're definitely going to need this for more commerce, because we are going to be plunging our economy into the toilet here by settling these cities. That's okay, though. Hello. Some better terrain over here. All right, so I'm just going to hang out. Well, no, I need to make sure that there's no barbarians on this route. All right, so we will get... Actually, we're not going to get a ton of overflow here, but we'll get a little bit. Which, as I said, I think we'll put it into the workboat. Because I can make use of the workboat for exploring, if nothing else. So we're going to road towards that city, and then we'll improve the cows. And Quayle getting another warrior. But we've almost popped borders here. Oh, and we can build granaries now. In fact, I'm questioning whether to finish. I guess I should finish the warrior build because it's almost done. I guess. All right, looks like we're safe. Yeah, so we've got enough overflow to finish a workboat. Or I could put it in the granary, I guess. I think I'd rather have the workboat, though. Which I could use to improve this tile, or I could... I think I might want to use it to improve this tile and just work it because it's a 2-commerce tile. Like, instead of working this tile, work that tile. Well, no, I probably don't want to do that. But maybe I would swap this down to there for extra commerce. We'll see. I'm going to need more commerce really badly. Oh, there's copper. Yeah, sure. Now you show up copper. I'm going to try to explore this area first. All right, what's the fastest way to get down here? Looks like there are no barbarians. The other thing is, if we settle a city here and we keep the warrior like on this tile, we can ensure no barb spawns on the east. No barb spawns on the eastern side. We just need commerce because our economy is not good right now. The gems tile will help enormously. That would like double our research, that tile. Oh god. Why? Why? Let's let the city grow another tile before, and then we can start a worker. Why so many barb units? We are probably going to have to whip this warrior next turn, which is not what I wanted to whip at Boss Town. Like, why? Let's not run this road on that tile. Let's run it through here. This area over here is still very much a place where barbs can pop up. I wonder if we could trade. Like, would he be willing to give us something for this? No. Maybe once he connects a resource. I'm just going to move here. All right, make sure there's no barbs on that particular tile. The barbarians are pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Well, we'll see. I'm not shocked that it has moved there. But we can turn this whip into 2 warriors. The only problem is now we're at the happy cap again, because our happiness cap is absurdly low right now. But like, we have enough overflow to get 2 warriors out of here. So it'll attack Boss Town. Even if we lose the combat, the city will not get taken because the production will apply first. And we have another warrior coming out of here. So we'll do the granary here next for sure. And hey, look, we got the borders to expand. So hooray! I'm literally working these tiles with commerce, giving them a higher priority right now. At least we're getting some more knowledge on what's down here. And we'll get our 4th city next turn. What was we wanted the Moo Moo Town? Wasn't that the name in the chat a minute ago? Moo Town? Yeah. So again, we're starting to claim some territory. And I wanted another worker here. Just wanted to grow the city to the next size. I mean, once we can get some actual happiness resources, that'll help a lot. I would love it if, like, Hattie would spread her religion to me. All right, so let's see this combat. Hopefully it'll just attack and lose. We do a full fortify bonus. So, like, look, warriors. This warrior has the excuse me, full fortify bonus. And also, the warriors get a plus 25% city defense bonus. We literally put that in the game to try and stop rushes in the early game. That's the only reason warriors get that. All right, let's see what happens. So we lost the combat. But, as I said... Oh, well, he's going to demand it, sure. So look, now we've got a +2 relations. I'm happy to do that. All right, but the good news is we did finish. We lost that combat, but we did pick up some more warriors. This warrior, yeah. Oh, hey, we got an extra forest too. That's always nice. So if you're curious about the odds, ooh, we actually had pretty good odds. We had 3/4 odds to wins, but I will take losing that battle in exchange for Black Panther winning that 50-50. Like, I will definitely make that trade. And strangely, Oporto has not built a monument yet. I thought for sure it would build a monument, but it hasn't. Well, that's good. That means we'll control these tiles longer. Having control of this tile is particularly nice because we can see in there. Yeah, Potato has an absurd amount of food. It actually has way more food than it needs, which is why I'm going to split off this food resource to this city. We're already splitting the cows off to this city. And we'll probably put a city on that Dyes tile. Like, that way we don't have to bother connecting it, and then that way the Dyes city can work that seafood resource. So yeah, we can, like, we're going to split off a bunch of these resources to other cities. But let's go ahead and kill this unit first. Kill that stupid archer. Which means that we can now put the whip overflow into a granary instead of a second warrior. Because if things had gone badly, I would have gotten a second warrior there. Only 1 XP. So why don't you head off into the fog to fog bust this area? Because if I have a unit standing there, it'll stop AI archers from spawning. All right. Die spot won't... Oh, is it 2 tiles away? Oh, you're right. It is not in range. Okay, so we'll have to settle on that spot then. Which is still just fine. But thank you, Burninator. So, Moo Town. And of course we want a granary first. Now we're going to get granaries up in these cities. Actually, no. I think I want this guy to stand on this tile, because that will make sure the barbs can still spawn on that tile. It's literally the only tile they can spawn on, but they still can. So we'll finish... Oh wait, actually no. We already have a trade route connection here. Because we have... Oh no, we don't, because we don't have sailing. Right? Don't you need sailing to have... Yeah, enables trade on coast. Okay, so we'll build the roads on these 2 tiles and then connect this. And meanwhile, you see me working all these commerce tiles. I'm happy to let this city just work on the granary. We will one-pop whip this. We'll build this to... Yeah, well, actually, it might be better not to one-pop whip it, because that city has no food bonuses at all. Alright, so here's another... Oh, wait, no, that's still the Portuguese capital, isn't it? Yeah, he still only has 3 cities. The Gaul is up to 3 cities. Justinian has 4. And Hattie has 3. How long until the next barb? Well, we're going to try to cut down the barb spawns. I want to have a warrior stand on this tile. Like, that'll keep the barbs from spawning if I can occupy that tile. And now I need to get more public servants out so I can start tossing down cottages. Like, I really want a cottage on this tile. Boss Town can definitely work some cottages. If we chop down this forest, that would help. I would like to grow it to size 4 right now and then double whip the granary. Or, actually, no, or, well, maybe we'll single whip the granary. We'll see. But we definitely want to improve that. So yeah, we are in a position where we are break even at 40% science right now, which is not good at all. So we are going to have to limit what we do somewhat here. Like, we can't be too aggressive. Also, we actually need the monument first here, just to make sure that the borders are popped. Because I want to make sure that J-Man can't get past me, because that'll secure these spots. I mean, that spot's relatively safe, let's be honest. And then that'll open up room to explore over here, but we need to go, like, hardcore economy at the moment. Like, we need commerce more than anything else right now. In fact, it's so important, I think I want to work that tile, because it gives me 2 commerce instead of 1. Even though that might seem silly. Ironworking will be huge because we'll be able to connect this, and that's +1 happiness in every city. Get out from this minuscule, horribly low happiness cap that we have right now. But honestly, this could be yeah. Let's just have them join Portugal. I never have understood why the game does that. Makes no sense. Anyway. Alright, so you hang out there. And like I said, I wanted you to stand on this tile to make sure that no barbs spawn there. Alright, so we can't go through there. Now I could move to this tile and defog a lot. The risk is that if I get hit by a barb, I do not have the woodsman bonus. I think I'll chance it though. Alright. So it doesn't look like any of the AIs are that close to me, except for J-Man. So long-term, J-Man is probably a conquest target if we can get into a position where we're ahead of him in tech, which would be difficult on Immortal, but that would be the goal long-term, because he is clearly the closest one. And then we'll want to try and expand in this direction. Hopefully he won't be able to cut us off, and we'll be able to get some cities over here. Tons of jungle in this area, but like, obviously, if we could get a city by these pigs. We can't expand here yet. It's too far away in terms of maintenance costs. It would be too dicey to get over there. But long term, that would be the goal, would be to settle these backline cities. Like, how many cities can we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over here. At least one can have 7, 8 here. No, that wouldn't be allowed. 8 here. So that gets us to at least 8. And if we could get a couple cities here, that would get us up to like 10. I don't know quite how much land there is on this map, but like if we're up to like a dozen cities, we're pretty competitive. All right, so we've got that area defogged right now. These guys are so bad at moving. I mean, that's partly also why I'm out here on the map, so I'm trying to see how much territory there is. It does seem as though there's some space over here to the west. Really want that ironworking. I mean, obviously, if I get attacked, the game's over, right? Because if J-Man wants to attack me, I'm dead. I have no resources. There's nothing I can do if he attacks me. Interesting, I can't declare war because he just extorted me for goods. I am curious where this settler is going to go. Like, warriors are not going to stop his army. There's a barb. So I'm just going to have this guy patrol the jungles for the moment, and this guy hang out here. Alright, so we're going to get another public servant out. We're almost off of our current whip duration. I'm wondering if I want to get another settler. The problem is, so like, obviously I want more cities. The issue, though, is my maintenance costs are... Yeah, we're break even at 40%, so that's... Like, you don't, there's only so far you can kind of push right now. Yeah, we're actually pretty close to being able to finish ironworking. Let's run one more turn of 0% science and then go. But we're gonna hook this up, so we probably should go for another settler. And the maintenance cost won't be too bad if we go here. So we should probably do that. Like, I am definitely nervous at the sword being right here. But I don't know what I can really do about that. Oracle. So let's see who built the Oracle. Egypt. All right, you're going to come down here and start our first cottage. Moo Town. Obviously, having the cow resource makes this a much better city. All right. So that should be enough to get us to finish ironworking. I mean, if we have metal, then we can actually stop an attack. Not saying it would be easy, but we actually could do it. If we have no metal, though, we're pretty toast from any kind of serious attack. How much longer is our whip penalty here? Not too much longer. So yeah, I think, given that we're not far away from ironworking, I think that we can afford another city, because this is worth like another city right here. And that city would definitely go here, because it's the easiest, by far the easiest to set up. So Bosstown, I think, well, I don't want to stack up another whip penalty on this. See, it's already at the happiness cap again. It's at size 3, it hits the happiness cap. Yeah, no, we can see horses, and there are no horses visible. Like, if you look at the strategic resources, this is pretty barren from a strategic resource setup. He must have a resource at his capital, because we can see his cities, and we can see that there's no strategic resources over here. So it must be at his capital, based on everything we can spot. So we've now got Bargrass with the Gaul. And I think we also have them with everyone else. So let's, now that we've got them with the Gaul, let's even out our espionage. Let's actually look and see. All right, so in terms of score, obviously we're in last. GMP, we're in last. Production, we're definitely in last because we're trying to run high food. Food, we are not last. We're kind of in the middle of the pack in food, and that's what you want. Power is, yeah, I mean, don't look at power. We're not 100% last when it comes to culture. I really hope we have iron, because if we don't, it's not going to be great. All right, so so here's the other nasty aspect of this mod. You do not build normal cottages. You build poor cottages that grow at half the speed of normal rate. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. That's not to say you shouldn't build cottages. You still need to build them. But it's not good. So yeah, half-speed cottage growth. It's a pretty brutal. Yeah, no, it's pretty brutal. But we still need cottages nonetheless. So yeah, we will. Yeah, so like I'm gonna send these guys over here and have them build a cottage on that tile too. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they can actually get there next turn. Moo Town, or maybe they should put improve another tile at Moo Town while they're here. Well, yeah, they should probably toss a cottage down here for Moo Town. That or chop. You know, they could chop. We'll see. Obviously, I need more of them. But in the meantime, let's get that settler out. Actually, you know what? Mootown might even want to work a coastal tile, which just for the 2 commerce. They can move over here and they can build this, and then they can move immediately onto the gems tile. Yeah, the hamlets are called shanties, Hoovervilles. No, this is like a challenge mod. That's the idea. All right. Oh wait, that's right. No, it still takes them 2 turns to move there. Whoops, that's right, because they are so bad at moving. I'm gonna have to play a game with fast workers next, just to. They are so slow. But yeah, if this is going to be a good game in terms of tile swapping. Oh hey, we've opened up trade. We apparently can sign open borders with De Gaulle, or we will be able to. We could trade for his corn, but I wouldn't mind saving the extra cow for when there's a resource we actually want, like a happiness resource. So he doesn't have writing tech yet. Let's keep an eye on him though, because as soon as he has writing tech, we want to sign open borders with him. Like, we literally can't sign open borders yet, because we don't have the tech and he doesn't have the tech. Still just the 1 sword there. But he is up to 2 axes now. That's not scary at all. We probably should have gone to that tile instead, because this would get pillaged immediately. But you know what? Having a tile that gets pillaged is not as bad as it might sound, because it could buy us a turn. Oh, there's horses. Yeah, they're great. There's the horses. So J-Man will have them eventually, too. Sad to say, it does look like he's building up for an attack. I'm not going to lie. Having played all the AI survivor stuff, it sure does look like that's what he's trying to do here. Anyway, though, let's get the monument done. And then we'll overflow into granary. Because once the borders pop, we'll be able to... That area will be safe. You just gotta really cross our fingers and hope that we have iron here somewhere, because this is not going to be fun if we don't. Alright, well, okay, or you could demand them. No surprise, he's the worst enemy of Hattie. No surprise there. So here's a question. Does J-Man declare war at pleased? Like, because if he doesn't declare war at pleased, it would be worthwhile to sign open borders and see if that would get him up to pleased. Do you guys know if he declares war at pleased or not? Because that's something we should look into. Oh, hey, we finally found De Gaulle. Isn't it whether he plots war at pleased? Yeah. So anyway, we got our shack. We've got the shack down. So it starts out no different from a normal cottage. It's just... That's true. The AI will declare if they start plotting earlier. That is true. Alright, let's get this settler out. Oh, we actually went all the way down to size 2 here. That's okay. We'll grow back super fast. Alright, so we're doing decently in terms of expanding. I mean, we have more cities than he does. He doesn't seem to declare war at pleased. Okay. If that's the case, we probably should try to sign open borders, just to improve relations. Yeah, that's not a good sign. It's definitely not a good sign. We have enough on our hands right now. Well, let's look and see where we might be able to get metals. And we're actually losing money at 30% science right now, so that's not great either. Interesting times may be ahead. Alright, so this city's now out of its unhappiness penalty. I think I'll let the granary finish naturally. And then I might double whip a worker. The only one in this game who declares where it pleased is de Gaulle. Okay. He still doesn't have open port. Oh, wait. I thought for a second he would declare war on, but it was stop trading with. Okay. Yeah, if we have no iron, then the game is just, it's pretty much unwinnable. Like, if you're in a situation where you have none of the resources, the game is almost unwinnable. Which is a shame, because I actually like the setup here. I just need to not get attacked in the opening turns of the game by an AI that has metal when we have none. Like, playing under this mod restrictions when you also have no strategic resources, no horses, no copper, no iron, that's a little much to ask anyone to be able to handle. But we'll see.
You should hammer your iron when it is glowing hot.
All right. What do we got? Yay, we have iron! Woo! All right. We're about to settle on the iron, which is not ideal, but it is definitely the best place. Now we need to... All right, so now we need to get a road up there. We also need to connect this. All right, right under desert, under dessert. I should have, I should have been roading over. Well, I didn't know iron was going to be there, admittedly. All right. What's the fastest way to do? You know what? Screw this. Let's get sailing. Or no, sailing's too expensive. It's an expense. Well, we kind of do want this tech. Yeah, we kind of do want that pretty badly. But, yeah, we're gonna, but, oh, wait. No, don't trade routes extend through your borders. Like, I think if it's in your borders, you don't need a road. Let's check that. I could be wrong about that, though. Yep, we have iron because it's in our borders. So we do not have to build a road up there. That's really good news. Okay. All right. We're in this, you guys. We got a shot. And we might be able to improve. Yeah, he still cannot declare war at this point. Still checking to see when he gets open borders, like every turn. All right. So you're going to chop. And we're going to get a bunch of axes is the next thing we're going to get. Because, like, we're at a point where we can't really expand at the moment because we're at break even at 20% science. So we can't really put more cities down at the moment. So we're going to get some axes instead. We don't need a ton of axes. It's like 2 or 3 axes would be plenty to stop that particular attack that he's showing at the moment. So yeah, let's improve the economy a little bit first. This is about the most cities I can handle with my current setup. J-Man about to go Jewish. Did he have the... Oh yeah, he had the religion spread. That's not the worst thing because it means he will not be on good terms with the other AIs because that are following other religions. Like he might deal with some pressure from Hattie or Justinian, who we still haven't found yet. Okay, so we got a shot at this point. Okay, we have a oh, and we need to swap tiles around because you need to pick up that tile right there, which is a vastly better tile. And then the capital can, yeah, grow onto that tile there. I mean, with the 3 seafood resources, that's plenty. The capital does not need 5. Does not need 5 seafood. Does not need, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, does not need 5 food bonus tiles. All right, that's, so our treaty has run out now. We have enough on our hands already is not ideal. Alright, so he wasted that turn converting. Alright, let's get that jungle removed. Alright, so we don't need to keep the warrior up there now because whatchamacallit? Yeah, because we have vision from this tile on that tile. So no barbarians can spawn over there. And if you've noticed, ever since we moved this warrior over here, there's been no barbs in this direction either, which is quite nice. I would love to be able to move through to Gaul's territory. Oh, there we go. Open borders. Yeah, let's get some international trade routes going. Nice. So now we'll get international trade routes. Oh, wait. I guess we already had them with J-Man, right? No? Maybe not. We should get international trade routes. Maybe not. Yeah, the nice thing is that J-Man does not have any horses. Although I guess I can't see any of his resources. He must have some hook connected. Yeah, I guess I can't see his resources, but I don't think he has any two movers yet. Doesn't seem like it. Alright, no. Bad game. This is the tile you should be working. Bad game. I guess sailing should open up some of these. Yeah, I guess we need sailing to open up some of the international trade routes. This is the tile we really want, though. And then I really should build some farms for Quayle, because I need a higher food surplus. I also need more workers. I only have 3, and that's definitely not enough. But it was more important to just claim territory first and stop the AIs from grabbing it. So yeah, we've mostly dealt with the barbs at this point. Now we have to deal with the human barbarians, the AIs. Oh, oh god, he's got a catapult? Catapults. So if you're curious about how far behind I am in tech, yeah, well, the AIs, they cheat a lot on Immortal. Don't worry, that catapults for defense. Yep. The AI doesn't screw around. That said, remember from our AI Survivor games, turn 72 is absurdly fast to have construction tech. Normally the AIs, even on Deity in our Survivor games, don't get it that soon. So I am a little surprised that he has construction that early. Well, if I were to go to a religion, I would probably want to adopt J-Man's religion just to be on better terms with him. Alright, so now we've got the jungle chopped down, and now we can mine that tile and get that sweet, sweet happiness going. Alright, we also chopped this, so that'll finish the granary. And I think I'll put the overflow into a public servant and try to build that next. Like, I'd like to preserve it for a turn. Because I want the city to grow to size 4. I think ideally I grow to size 4, double whip the public servant, and then overflow into the axe. I think that's the way to go there. Similarly up here, I think I will try to set this up. My next double whip will be I think my next double whip is 2 axes, because I can get double axes with a 2-pop whip. What you do is you set it so that you're at like, you set it so that you're at like 4 out of 35, and then you double whip, you get 60 production, you finish 1 axe, and then the overflow finishes the 2nd axe. I think that's the way to go, and we might do the same, yeah. So if I can get 2 axes out of Potato and then like an axe out of Boss Town, I think we'll actually be okay. Famous last words, but... unless they manage to get a whole bunch, unless J-Man attacks with a bunch of catapults, then all bets are off. Oh, we've actually got enough overflow here that we won't be able to 2-pop whip this. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to 2-pop whip that if I did that, which is not ideal. Unless... There we go. That'll put it at 29, and then I can 2-pop whip it. Yeah. That's the way to go there. Gotta get those shanties down. Alright, let's finally get this. And again, this guy's just patrolling the desert. Oh, hey, look, he backed off with his big stack. Or at least it's not attacking right there. So we're getting close to... Well, we're halfway to popping borders here. That'll be nice. Our borders will grab this tile, which will grant us a little bit more vision into... Well, actually, this tile will be able to see the city, which is right there. So that's nice. We'll be able to see both of these two cities. So that's kind of nice, too. And Quayle is getting closer to being able to finish that granary. But I don't really want to 2-pop whip this. I should probably chop it out, honestly. But I also need to get, like, I need to build some farms here, too. Anyway, like I said, I need more workers, but gotta get these, I gotta get some axes out first. For safety. So I have at least a few units, and not just a total sitting duck. Well, I'm hoping again that my relations will pick up with J-Man. Signing open borders was designed to help pick up relations. So, like, theoretically he could walk back here, but the AI generally doesn't, like, walk through your borders to settle. I mean, they'll do it occasionally, but that's not common behavior for them. So, yeah, and we're going to need more improved tiles here at the capital too, but obviously this mine is the best tile to work for the moment, so we'll let that go. Desert's going to need some worker attention too. Got to get that granary first. We'll probably run this up to like size 3-ish and then whip it. It's very nice that it can borrow tiles from the capital. Hey, Terror. So Hattie is probably off to the west somewhere. I think we're close. Like, this is not a gigantic map. Like, I am on a small map, so... like, I think that the bottom of the map is probably not too much further south than this. So they're probably over here. Like, one of them is probably here. Probably Hattie is closer just because we saw her first. And then Justinian's probably down here somewhere. Something like that. I actually had one turn where I wasn't working this tile, which is too bad. But hey, now we're finally up to... That took us up to break even at 40%. Alright, we only need to run like 1 or 2 more turns of... Actually, I think 1 more turn of 0% science, and then we're good to go. Alright, so we need workers pretty badly right now. Oh god, I screwed it up. I'm going to reload a turn. I screwed it up. I was supposed to micro that city last turn. That was just me forgetting. Let's just reload last turn. And replay that turn. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. Where did I move? Here, I think? Because I made 2 mistakes. The first was this city was supposed to flip over to the axe. I was going to grow to size 4, and then I was going to double whip that public servant. See how it's at 29 out of 60? I very specifically left it at 29 out of 60. That was deliberate. And I didn't work this tile. I did not work that tile. So I think what I'm going to have these guys do is move here, chop the forest, and then put down some farms. No, I mean, if it's a single-player game, I'm usually okay with just reloading. Like, I don't see that as a huge deal. All right, we're just building the granary there. All right. And, yeah. Okay. All right, so yeah, we should be able to get this nearly done. I don't like having that cottage that takes forever to build right on the border. It's less than ideal. Stressing out because of some standard of internet caveman. Yeah, I mean, look, if I'm playing a multiplayer game, it's different. Obviously, I can't reload normally in a multiplayer game, but this is just for fun, right? Like, if I just literally forgot to do something, I don't see it as a huge deal. All right, so we swap back to the public servant. It is at 29 out of 60, so because of that, we get a 2-pop whip, which is what we want, because we really only have 1 improved tile at this city. So we get the 2-pop whip, and then look at all the overflow we get. We get a huge amount of overflow. I will put the overflow into another public servant, and then I will build the Axeman. Oh, hey, we found another city for J-Man. Or something like that. We'll figure it out. He's getting his own cottages down. The other thing is, the other reason why this is not a good place to put a cottage is there's a decent chance he gets control of this tile eventually. Because, like, he's going to expand borders via the Judaism, and he's probably going to be able to get more culture in his cities than we are. Not guaranteed, but probably. So what are we working here? Yep, that's probably the tile we want. We're literally just trying to get food as fast as possible so that we can grow the city and then whip it. We have almost gotten our whip penalty through here. That's what we're just waiting for the whip penalty to wear off here. You know, this is one city where a lighthouse would really be effective too. So unfortunately we do waste the iron tile by settling here, but this is the only tile we can be on and get both the wheat and the clams. So not ideal, but oh well. Oh, that's not a good look there. I just saw a whole bunch of units move up near the border. Let's put that overflow into an axe, shall we? So this very clearly looks like an attack incoming at Moo Town. Yeah, it's 80 gold to upgrade, which we definitely do not have. This sure looks like an attack incoming. Very unfortunate that the AI is choosing to go after us. I actually thought when they moved away from this city that we had a decent chance, but now it's looking like we're yeah, it's not looking so good here. Do not understand how he has a do not understand how he's up to construction tech already. It's really weird. Well, so Moo Town is probably toast, but we'll start getting some axes out. Unfortunately, we do not have a barracks in any city. 3 axes, 2 swords, 2 catapults. That's a lot more than I have right now. Yeah, he's #1 in power. It's like, what the heck, man? Why are you doing this? You have so much land to expand into that no one is occupying. Why? Why are you going max aggression this early in the game? I don't get it. Well, I do get it. We're much weaker than him. If you're in terms of power, we're at 44,000. He's at 162,000. So I do get it, but it's not ideal, certainly. All right. We actually need to be working. Yeah, we need to not be at 5 production so we can double whip a pair of axes. Well, we will just have to see what happens. But this city is probably toast. I can't really get over to reinforce it, unfortunately. I think I will send this worker over to desert to chop and then cottage tiles. Got more axes and swords down here. So we'll just clear out away from you. Yeah, I mean, I know that this is like kind of a joke, but walls wouldn't be... I mean, walls normally would be a good option. The only problem is he's got catapults, so walls aren't going to do a whole lot. It would buy time, but that's about it. So I need to chop this down, and then I need to chop this down because he's going to be coming after this city, and I want to make sure I clear out the defensive terrain. Yeah, I mean, this... We kind of saw this coming, but it's still not good. No horses once again, so no ability to get out units that like chariots and such. All right, so here's our 2-pop whip. And then we can overflow into another axe and finish that quickly. Why don't you come down here and help chopping in that area? Like I said, I told you guys this game was not going to be easy. Archery, maybe. We should finish sailing though, because we're almost done sailing. I do want to finish the granary because there's a good chance I'll be whipping quite a bit here. But next up we need to clear this tile of its forest. And we need to make sure no barbs pop out from over there. Don't have quite enough to finish. Alright. Guess we gotta go another turn of 0% science. See you later. I might as well keep my warrior alive. It was just about to expand borders, too. I mean, it will expand borders, but... Oh, hey, let's get that axe out, then. There we go. I can whip out an axe. And it will complete ahead of time. So maybe we'll get something out of that city. You pay for your many insults? Okay, sure. Our many insults? So yeah, he's got quite a few units. The good news is if we can recapture this city later, that culture will be still there. He only has a couple units here. There is a possibility of, if he keeps all his units out of the way, of slipping down here and trying to capture his city. It's not impossible. Because that would be one way to get a peace treaty, would be to take his city. Alright, so here's that double axe maneuver that we did. Yeah, so I'll keep this warrior in the area just so I can maybe have vision and see if an opportunity like that pops up. Like he has, but he would have the fortify bonus, and he has the archer bonus, and he has 20% defensive bonus, so the odds don't look great for something like that. Alright, there we go. Well, at least we can finish. I don't suppose we can get anyone else to declare war. Also, Justinian going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's up to 8 cities already. She only has 3 cities. Okay, she's apparently just letting Justinian run wild out there. Stop trading. Okay. He's like, nope, you're on your own, buddy. Alright, well, maybe our axe will be able to take one guy down with him. Oh, they stopped for a turn to bombard. Well, that's not the worst thing.
But you can adjust your sails.
Our research is actually has improved a little bit at this point. So what would we want next? Monarchy would be a godsend. Calendar would be awesome too. But we probably need more immediate stuff, like maybe walls, masonry for walls, or archery for archers. Probably need to do something like that first. We need to give J-Man some freedom and democracy. Yeah, this is just not ideal, is to have your neighbor attack you in 1000 BC in an immortal game. Not ideal. I would have happily adopted his religion to improve relations, but I have not had any opportunity for that. Anyway. But would walls really help that much? Normally they would, but he's got catapults. Like, he has an insanely early construction tech, so that's not really going to help. I'm not sure archers are really that helpful either. Like, I think I'd rather just build axes. So I guess we'll push towards calendar. It's maybe the most useful tech. Yeah, it is weird. I mean, the AI sometimes does that, but... Yeah, the sad thing is we probably have to attack him, because with catapults, we can't really sit back on the defensive. You know what? Why lose this unit for no reason? Let's just go save this unit. Like, with cats, we can't really win. Now, unfortunately, none of my units have promotions, which means that I lose all the straight-up battles, unfortunately. And, like, even the catapults, I don't even get odds against the catapults either. I do get odds against the swords, but that's it. Like, ideally, I would sit back and defend and make him attack me. Like, if he didn't have catapults, this would be really easy. Build walls, force him to attack. He suicides his guys into the walls. End of story. Like, that's what I thought was going to happen. But the problem is he doesn't. He has catapults, so any defenses are not really going to be helpful at all. All that production put into the granary is going to go to waste. I could slave it down to size 1, but do I even want to do that? I guess I should. I can't finish that because that's too pop. I guess I should slave a warrior. Well, no, because the whipping duration would... Nah, it's okay. It'll knock it down to size 1 when he captures it anyway. So, like, I'm clearing out terrain here. We'll see. Maybe I'll be able to get peace. The AI does like to sign peace in this game. All right, so there's Egypt over there. Might as well get as much commerce as we can on the one turn that before we lose this city. And we're going to grow onto that tile. Yeah. But it's rough because we don't have barracks, so we can't take promotions. I definitely am better off fighting him in the field because he's got so many city raider promotions. But on the other hand, his axes are all combat 1, so I get terrible odds. Like, what I really need here is chariots to take out those axes, and then I could clean up from there, but with no horses, ugh. I don't know. Don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Like, we're going to give it our best shot, but I am not at all sure that this is going to work. Maybe we can recapture that if he moves his units away. That is something the AI sometimes does, is they move their units, like, away and don't properly guard the cities. We'll see. I might have a dude hang out over here. Now, the worst situation would be he heads for dessert next. That would not be a good situation for me. So I'd like to one-pop whip this granary next turn. And then we can double, and then we can get, then we can use the production and population to get out more axes, which is the only unit I can build. The only other unit I can build with, like, spears are... Actually, I don't even have the tech to build spears. Swords are not going to be helpful, though, because they just die to the axes. Anyway. So, yeah, we've got... That's the hope, would be to come back there. But we shall see, won't we? Like, I can double whip out 2 more axes after this. It would increase the happiness penalty, but I need units more than other stuff. Sure, we'll sign open borders with you. Just trying to improve relations. So he refuses to talk at the moment. So I'm going to keep this guy over there. I'm thinking that this guy is going to move in this direction. We can barely even outrun these slow one-moving tiles. I was going to move up here to chop, but these guys then followed me. I signed open borders with her. She still only has 3 cities. Now, why can't she be my neighbor? Hattie's kind of infamous as being one of the easiest neighbors to have in Civ 4. She's just really like low key. Again, because this guy moved a lot of his units out. Actually, whoa, wait a minute. He doesn't have axes with this stack. He doesn't have his axes with these guys. I just realized that. Maybe I can move here and get him to attack me. That would be really good. His axes are back here somewhere. Even if they're on this oh wait. Well, even if his axes want to attack, that's still good if he tries to fight me in the forest where I get a huge 50% bonus. That would be pretty good. I'm willing to take that. Let's whip this granary. And also do that. And then the overflow can go into an axe. Yeah, I am hoping he will try to attack me on that tile. That would be a big mistake on his part. Little tactical combat here. All right, so he went for the collateral damage catapults, but he's gonna lose his catapults here, and I still get that 50% bonus. Like, I think I win a lot of these. Come on. Alright, that was great. I killed 4 units and lost 1. That was fantastic for us. Yeah, that was a really good deal. So like we'll retreat these guys and heal them, but that was really good for us. Really good unit trade. Yeah, we killed 2 cats. Ah, he withdrew from combat. Dang it. That's unfortunate that one of them withdrew, but still. What was that last combat? Alright, well the last combat they had apparently had pretty good odds because my unit was heavily damaged. Still, good stuff. Alright. Move them back. Too bad they didn't get enough to promote. No, I'm not trying to declare war. Still, like I said, that was as far as like little tactic stuff went. That's pretty good. Hey, buddy. How are you? You're a good boy, Sid. Alright, so at this point, yeah, I understand, buddy. He's being frisky again, as you guys know. As you guys who are longtime viewers know, he's being frisky. He's got a Nationals bandana on right now. You're a good boy. Yes, we love you too, buddy. But I am in the middle of my stream. Okay? I will take you out later, okay? Can you go relax? You're a good boy. He does. He always wants to go on a walk. Alright, now I'm trying to figure out where I want to position these guys. Because, like, I really would love to loop a couple guys around here.
Tell me what to do.
So there were 3 axes with this group. One's here. One is probably in the city. Let me just chill here for a minute. I don't want to move forward to that city until I see where these guys go, like if they go forward. I love how there's just a French unit wandering around. Of course, there's another axe and sword pair moving forward. But without a catapult, I should be able to just defend in Quayle if they try to attack Quayle. Would be nice to get this granary done, even while this war is going on. Desert might get whipped pretty hard for axes. Because I want to finish this, and if I can finish this axe... Can I get that down to 3? Yeah. If I can finish this, then I can double whip out 2 more axes from there. I probably need at least 1 full health axe over here, so why don't you come back here towards Quayle. You can put down one of our crummy cottages. There we go. Alright, this city, I can't 2-pop whip a pair of axes. That's unfortunate, but that's life. No, we'll get another one out. You're a good boy, buddy. At least we have the granary done, so it'll regrow quickly. Alright, I actually don't have a lot of tiles to improve at the moment because I lost a city, so I think that what I could do is just get some more roads for maneuverability. Like, I think I'll road this, get like a road here up to desert. Let's see what he does. If there's any chance to get this city back and somehow get peace, that would be incredible, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the axe done. Can one of the axes be named Arminius? Sure. This one didn't actually do any fighting. This is the one that won the battle. Fortify these guys for now. I could chop this forest. That's probably worth doing. Like, obviously I would prefer to save some of these forests, but... I could chop and mine that forest too. Let's keep going with the road for right now. So that's as far as I'm getting until I go through Hattie's territory. So he still refuses to talk, but we might be able to get peace with him for a cash payment too, potentially. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to finish the granary before I tried to get out another pair of axes here. Obviously this is setting back my development pretty badly, but I gotta survive first. Here they go. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be focusing on this city over here. Yeah, he's only got 2 axes over here. Now, granted, they're combat 1, so I would not win the straight-up battle. But, like, if I can get some axes over here, if I can get, like, 4 axes over here, I would be able to take that city back again. Oops, I actually meant to move the worker there, but that's alright. Because, like, these axes are healing. His catapult will stop to bombard that city down. This poor city. Quayle, you're not gonna be having a great time here. But I do need that axe. I know, remember Mootown, yeah, basically. But like I can get this axe out, bring this one over, and then I can double whip another pair out. That would get me 5 like if I can send 5 axes here, I can take that city, I think, unless it gets reinforced. Like, they're going to fortify, but I think 5 axes takes that city. So that would be the goal. Defend here, send 5 axes, and then recapture Mootown, and then sign peace. That's our goal. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but that's what we're going to try to pull off. And he does not seem to be pressuring me over there right now. I wish I could have gotten at least 1 barracks built before I did all this, but I can't. I didn't. Alright, so now we get... Oh, wait, no, it's only size... Desert... This is only size 3. I can't double whip it. Okay. So we need to single whip it, and we need to do it next turn. Because I want to move quickly here. Oh, yeah, the city's not happy. Okay, well... Oh boy.
What's the plan?
Maybe we just go for broke right now with all these units. Because J-Man's going to be willing to talk soon. They usually are willing to talk after 10 turns. Let's just do it. We're going to gamble here. Going to send all of the healthy axes forward.
Reporting for duty. At your service.
Let's go there so we get more vision. Yeah, we need like 2 more turns to get these units here. This unit should have gone towards Quayle, I think. I mean, if it doesn't work, we can always just start another game. Also, I'm saving gold because I might have to pay J-Man for peace. But like this forest chop's going to come out. This axe is almost done, and then I can 2-pop whip a pair of axes here. But like, yeah, this axe will finish, and then we can bring that axe down to Quayle. That gives us 3 axes, and that should be enough. Like, these guys pulled back to heal. Just hoping he doesn't reinforce Mootown. That's the one thing. Actually confident enough that I think I can get a lighthouse here. Alright. Just set it to another axe for right now. I don't know if that's going to be what we build or not. Confucianism. Okay. Yeah, still just the 2 axes. Yeah, I don't think he can reinforce this city. There's no roads leading to it. We've got it kind of cut off. I think we can get it back. Because we're going to have a bunch of axes right here ready. They might have metals, but we have potatoes. Seriously. Well said. Look at all that unhappiness.
Ready for action. What's the plan?
You can go here and chop this. So again, it's just set our development back a lot, but... So basically, 1 axe will die, but the others should be able to clean up, I think. Still, if he can't reinforce the city, I mean, it's size 1, he can't whip it. Like, we can bring this unit over here. Like, if this guy had moved here... Oh, no, he can't make it to me because he's not on the road network. I think we're going to try this next turn. Oh, boy. Very risky here. Yeah, he kind of backed off, didn't he? Stopped attacking me. He's still not willing to talk. He should be willing to talk soonish, though. Like, my power is a lot more respectable than it was before. It's still lower than his, but it's not, like, garbage. Yeah, and he flipped to Hattie's religion, which I would love to adopt. Which she's bringing over Jewish missionaries. I would really like to flip to. I'm not going to convert to Judaism, but I would love to convert to Hinduism if she were willing to spread it to me. Oh, yeah, because see, here comes an archer. So it's now or never if we're going to do this. We got a forest, that's nice. Alright. So our odds are not great here. But, so basically we should lose a unit, but we should then succeed after that. Let's just cross our fingers and hope. Alright, how much damage did we do? Only 1 hit? That wasn't good. Did we actually win? Oh my god, we won the 20%. Are you kidding? Are you guys, seriously, are you guys kidding me? And we needed to suck out like that because we had such bad odds on the first, we did so poorly on the first attack. Come on. Oh my god. We did no damage. Jeez, we did no damage at all on that. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god, we came one hit short. Oh, one hit short. Are you kidding me? I had horrible odds, horrible result on the first attack, incredible odds of the second attack, horrible odds the third attack, and then basically what you would expect on the last attack. Oh my god. This was awful. Awful. We had 5 rounds of combat. We failed every single one of them. Unbelievable. I really planned well there, and just the odds, horrible. Horrible, horrible. Like, we sucked out with the 20%, but this was horrible too. To get one hit. Sydney, I know you're trying to be nice, but you're really not making the situation better. RNG just really destroyed us there. That should have worked. But that's why I don't like Ancient Age combat, because when you have so few enemies, like when there's very few units involved, the randomness kicks it forward. No, like this unit can promote. I mean, we can try. The problem is that dude's going to promote as well. It's just, we're 1 unit short. It's really unfortunate. What I should have done is, apparently Quayle never got attacked. I could have sent forward the units that were healing. What are we going to do? Well, let's move these units forward. I mean, we've got more units here. We can always send more guys forward, but I'll try again. But that was not good. That was really bad. It's very frustrating because if we had just, like, literally, if we hit that last unit one more time, we capture the city. And, I mean, I can promote this guy City Raider too. So we'll get good. So we'll see. We'll give it a shot and see. It's not 100% over yet, but it's that was not good. As I said, that wasn't good. All right. We also should start thinking about expanding again to get some more cities down, even if it's this spot here. Well, and here comes the catapult in behind. But, I mean, with this many axes, there's not that many units there. I think we got a shot. I'm actually going to move him here, so he's covered by the healthy unit. If you don't succeed once, try again, perhaps. I think I might actually put this in the lighthouse instead. Because we're going to need although we do need a military unit. Actually put it in the warrior instead. Just because we need a unit there for happiness purposes. And I can decide how to put that in. Alright. Now note that these dudes are still running around and I don't really have any defenses for them, so... actually, no, we probably do need an axe just in case. Just in case we have to deal with those guys. Okay, that was not the smartest attack they have ever made. Because we get the 50% defensive bonus. How did the catapult survive? How Somebody explain that for me. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
How in the world did that... Again, terrible odds. Really bad... I want to see the combat. Oh, it's... It actually had... Well, I guess apparently it had 30% odds. I really don't know how it did that well, though. In any case, well, we'll clean up that... Oh, I see, because it was barrage, too. Okay. That makes more sense, then.
Your orders. What do you need?
Alright, so we're going to try to hit this city next turn. J-Man still won't talk, though, which is somewhat annoying. So I guess that's the extent of her territory. Anyway, and of course we need to stop whipping some... Oh, I could do a 3-pop whip. Is that worthwhile? Yeah, with the granary in place, yes. Because I can regrow pop super fast. And we'll have to expand borders up here. And yes, I'm aware I'm still sitting on a lot of gold, but I want to keep it just in case. I think I'm just about ready to come out of this war. I want to keep it in case, again, for the peace treaty. Alright, there's an axe. Barracks at this point, maybe. Worker. Well, we need it to grow, so... Alright, let's do this. Ooh, a shock unit. That's not good. 12%. The others probably get even worse odds, though. 2%? Yeah. That shock... Ugh, why did he have to take shock? Alright, well, we're going to lose units here. Just trying to get some damage. That was good. We got several hits in. Alright, we took him down to 1.6, so that's pretty good. 28. We're going to get this city back, though. Alright, so we should win from here, because both of these units are crippled at this point. 88. Can I get better than 88? 98. I'll take 98 over 88. Alright. And 95. Alright, we got it back, you guys. He still won't talk with us, but I have a feeling he will soon. Usually the AI is willing to talk with after X amount of turns have passed in this game. Alright, we got it. I mean, we got our city back. So that's pretty good news. Now what's... I think I want this to go to the capital to get that lighthouse finished. There we go. Yeah, Hades capital is ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded having this capital. Although my capital is pretty ridiculous too. Let's not kid ourselves. All right, so we need to go close by. So we're going to go grab this fish city here. That's an easy one to set up. Actually, no, we don't need a lighthouse. We need a workboat for that city. And we need to stop whipping our cities for more military units. So this was a good turn. Hopefully J-Man will be willing to talk to us and we can sign a treaty and get out of this war. Hopefully. Because he's got another stack that's forming that I don't know if I could stop at this point. Just like praying that I can sign a peace treaty with him. This city needs a lighthouse really badly. Oh boy. He's still saying refuses to talk. Move town to the Alamu. Okay. Come on, the AI usually is very willing to talk to you in this game.
Your orders. Ready for action.
We need a name for our new city, by the way. Oh, hey, these guys are still hanging out in the area. I am perfectly content with them trying to attack into this tile. So what's the name for this city, you guys? Do we have one for this spot yet? With fish, dead fish. Okay, that works for me. What's the granary first? Yeah, I don't... Well, actually, I was gonna say I don't know how we stop that stack, but it's not that strong. If we could just get some axes with combat 1 promotion for a change. Again, I really don't have much defense here, do I? I think I need to start moving this unit right away. Although that's going to make the city unhappy again. Yeah, if they want to attack that guy in that tile, I think that they would both die, honestly. Could always whip for another... Always whip for another axe here. I might have to. Even though I don't want to. I can always two-pop whip more axes out of this city, which I will probably have to do. Can you imagine how much further along I'd be if these whips were going into, like, infrastructure instead of into units? Yeah, attacking any of his core cities is not going to happen. That would be very unlikely. We actually have decent odds to win this battle. Yep, see, that's... I successfully baited him into another terrible battle. Alright, will he be... Oh, he's willing to talk. Okay. Nah, he... Oh, shoot, he doesn't have currency yet. Oh, I'm thinking I can pay him for peace, but then it's like, oh, wait, I don't have currency, and he doesn't have currency, because it's still so early in the game. Whoops. So apparently we can't pay him for peace. Well, that's great. That's just great. Okay. Time to turn on science, I guess. Indeed. Well, if we can kill this stack... We're, and this stack's not that bad. Also, we are 100% flipping to Hinduism if we get this religion in our territory. Wow, what promotion do I want here? I actually think I want medic to heal faster. Although shock would... No, I want shock because shock lets me kill that axe that's on the top. That lets me kill the top unit there. Those units need some time to heal, though. Oh, hey, there's a Barb City here, apparently. A very strong Barb City. Alright, well, sooner or later we'll get out of this war. Okay, so this is perfect. We can two-pop whip these axes next turn. See how we're going to have it at 4 out of 35? That's the ideal situation to have. And poor Quayle is going to have to get flacked for an axeman, another... single pop axe whip soon. How close? Oh yeah, good question. How close am I to a great? I'm actually not that far from a great general. Although this might be a situation where it could be better to use the sprinkle XP feature and get a whole bunch of axes from no promotions up to like I could take 4 axes that have no XP and get them all up to shock, and that would probably be the best thing to do. Yeah, I'm going to need to whip, so I need to pick up another point of production. So I can get this, yeah, because I need it to be at 5 out of 35. I really should get some of these guys over to Dead Fish. Like, road over there and start chopping down some of the jungle. Alright, so... Alright, next turn we double whip that. Sooner or later I'll be able to get out of this war, though. Like, if I kill this force, I'm actually okay. Like, he only... See, this stack is not as scary as it might look, because there's only 2 units that can actually attack, the axe and the sword. The catapults can't actually kill anything. All they can do is get the units lower. Oh, does the Quayle effect kill the Great General? You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I would have thought that I would have gotten a Great General by now. Good question. I honestly don't know. Alright, so this guy is at 4.9 health. We can move him forward, no problem. So we're going to need to 2-pop whip this. Again, like I've said, can you imagine if... we've actually gotten this up to a shanty now. As I've said, can you imagine if this was going into development instead of fighting off this ridiculous attack constantly? Still, we're making some progress slowly. Okay, potato. You can work that cottage. Although, actually, no, let's finish the lighthouse. That gets us a ton of food to finish the lighthouse. And I'm probably going to get another settler soon and just put it over here, but I'm going to need way more work. You know, these workers should start chopping a path out over to this city, because the next city is going to be at this rice, and that's what we probably want. Roading and chopping jungle to get over there. Oh, and I'm going to need worker attention here at this city, too. Unfortunately, while J-Man's doing his suicide mission, the other AIs are getting further ahead. Not until every last American warrior is grounded to dust. The sad thing is, if he would just research currency, then I would be able to sign peace, and I would be okay. So he's going to use his catapults to take out the defenses this turn. There we go. So there's our... we do want to convert, but we want to wait a turn. Oh, he even put it in a city that desperately needs happiness. We definitely would like to have that extra religion there. So he just took out the defenses. But this could be a good turn to counterattack. Because, like, catapults... the question is, if I wait and let him attack me, those catapults are going to get... like... No, it's better to attack him, because he's all City Raider promotions. The only unit that I don't get odds on is this axe, because it's got Combat 1. And, like, this unit will have odds on anything other than that one. Let me just see once again. If there's anything I could do to get peace. Nothing I can... Like, that's the problem. There's nothing I can give him. He would almost certainly take money for peace, but again, I don't have currency, so... No, we do better to attack here. I really think we do better. Maybe we even get lucky and suck out at 32% odds here. Like a boss! Yeah, like I said, maybe we get lucky and suck out here. Alright, so we got a great general. Excellent. It popped up in in Bosstown. Okay. So I'd really like to use that general on this turn. But I don't think I... Oh, you know what? I can use the Sprinkle XP feature. It's going to give... I just have to move these warriors out of the city so that they don't get the XP.
Reporting for duty. At your service. Yes? Your order.
Alright, so this is a... Oh, I don't have... dang it. I don't have enough movement to use it this turn. Stupid lack of engineering. Oh well. Okay, so we'll have to work without it. That's okay, though. Alright, so we should, in theory, win this fight. Let's hope so. But of course we lost it. Of course. But we just won the other one at good odds, so I can't complain too much. So this is a straight 50-50. Come on. Alright. Weird animation, but we did get it. Alright. So this'll another straight 50-50, but then we get to take the City Raider sword on after that. Not great odds on these, but then we get 75% on this, so. Alright. It's really unfortunate we couldn't wait one more turn. Like, if we could have waited one more turn, we could have sprinkled XP on these guys and promoted all of them. But it didn't work out that way. So now there's just the catapults left, and catapults can't capture cities, so it's like whatever. Could even attack with the warriors, in theory. But anyway, so like these guys are healing and... Sydney, calm down. You are okay, buddy. I am not taking you on a walk right now. You are okay. Please relax. I will... If you can't calm down, I'm going to have to put you out of the room. He is really agitated, and I'm literally just sitting here. You got to calm down, buddy. Oh, great. Well, we've been fog busting this for ages, and we finally saw another... barbarian pop up. Okay, why don't you come down here and help out Alamu, because we're going to need cottages down at Alamu. Again, we're just still healing up here. We're finally getting some promoted units. Another Barb City, jeez. Alright. So, yeah, we're gonna double or triple whip out another settler as soon as this current whip duration wears off. Poor Boss Town still has been forced to keep whipping out axes constantly. This city needs another defender. I should honestly just build the warrior to keep so that the city can get out of this unhappiness penalty. Alamu, yeah, it's doing the granary, which we almost finished before it got captured. So let's kill his catapults and then see if we can get... Oh, wait, it actually attacked? Okay. All right, well, have fun with that. Again, they can't... Catapults can't kill units. So at best, they can just retreat. Yay, nice. We actually killed that.
True glory consists in doing what deserves to be written.
All right, on to math.
What deserves to be written.
We still don't have hunting, but like there's nothing I need to build a camp on just yet, so no real need for that. I don't need masonry that badly. Metal casting would be way too expensive. Yeah, I'm pushing towards either calendar, which would be awesome for us, or a currency, so we can sign a peace treaty and end this stupid war. I'll do just put production into a library for right now. Like, he literally will not sign peace with me. But, we're kind of tearing him up here. %, I think we'll take that. Wait, did he pillage the road on that tile? Yeah, he did. Okay, so we gotta repair that road. Can I get better than 83% odds? Like, that's lower odds than I would like, but I guess we'll take it. I want to get rid of this unit. Alright. So now the question is, what do I want to do with this great general? And this is, yes, Alex, this is a great turn to convert to Hinduism. Because we managed to clear our territory. Obviously, De Gaulle won't like that very much, but it'll improve relations with Hattie, and it'll improve relations with J-Man over time. I almost feel like I could go down here and try to capture Oporto, because I do have a lot of highly promoted... Like, what if I use this to promote some of these units City Raider? This one axe I'm going to get promote to Medic, but... Like, would that be crazy to come down here and capture that? It's not that well defended. Anyway, we'll have to think about it. Maybe with the Great General, too. Like, the Great General could get a couple axes to City Raider, too. Wouldn't be helpful for fighting here. Wait, it's certainly been a bit of a wild game, hasn't it? I'm going to put this guy here on zone defense in between the two cities. Alright, so there's... Oh, the Byzantine... Okay, so the Byzantines are way down here. You can take Woodsman promotion and continue to hang out. Yes, you are going to come down here and build a cottage for Alamu. We have no siege, but the city only has 20% borders and it's not on a hill. It would be nice to have a road on this tile, though, if I were going to do that. So let's move this guy back down here. Me, from early in the game. Either to road this tile or to road this tile. We'll see. I mean, the opportunity could be there. So we've got two guys there. Yeah, like I can get both of these guys up to 2 promotions with the Great General. Or I could get both of them up. I actually could get both of them to 3 promotions. And they could, in theory, go up to City Raider 3, which would easily kill anything in that city right now. Like, City Raider 3 axes would... What is City Raider 3 again? Where is Civilopedia? Promotions. Yeah, it's 30% city attack, plus 25%. 20, 25, 30. It's plus 75% when making a city attack, so that would shred anything in there, as long as there's no city walls. So that's... I mean, that's not the worst idea. Yeah, why don't we do that? Oh wait, no. How do I... Where's the sprinkle ability? I thought that that was... Is that... How do I use that again? Because I don't want to give 20 to one unit. It's the same thing, okay. Gotcha, alright. Same thing, gotcha. Alright. Yeah, so they both have 10 XP now. I'm not going to promote them just yet, but we'll think about how to promote them. This unit could also, in theory, be promoted that way, but I think in the interest of healing this unit more quickly, let's take Combat 1. And then we've got our warriors. Well, I'm not going to waste 80 gold upgrading the warriors. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I building a warrior here? I've got an extra warrior in this city. Just run up and stand in desert, whatever you want to call it. Forgetting I have an extra unit there. Alright, so you go here. We're going to road there and then chop and clear that. Like, one thing we could even do is we could like wait for him to move units into our territory, and then like when he does that, move past him and go capture that. Like you can see he's already restocking again for another assault. The fact that he absolutely refuses to sign peace is really annoying. As is moving around the one movement workers. But eventually, someday, we'll get peace. We even have extra happiness here because we... Oh, we actually are out of that unhappiness. We're actually out of the whip penalty here. Cool. Alright, so we'll do that whip then for the lighthouse. And then we need to go into either a monument or a library. Probably a library, because the monument is not a very efficient way to expand borders. I'm going to keep this guy here on zone defense in case I have to go back and defend Alamu. We will soon be done running back and forth in circles here. So moving here would just waste this guy's turn, so I'll focus on chopping for a turn instead. Oh, so it looks like we are reaching the southern end of the map here. So let's get this guy promoted to medic. And that'll help me heal up these guys. This guy probably wants to be shock promoted. We're actually only 6 turns away from math. Yeah, this music is appropriate right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has 6 cities and we have 6 cities. Alright, so I guess he's going to come back again at some point. We're last in everything, but not as badly as you might think. I guess GMP is still pretty disastrous. Our GMP is still way down here. Production, don't pay much attention to, but like we're actually ahead of Egypt in food. And we're close to Egypt in power. We're also pleased with Hatti, that's good news. We're cautious towards De Gaulle. I wonder if there's any... I wish we could trade for something. Let's do a corn for fish trade. Because that will get the you have supplied us with resources. Where's the active deals? Yeah, let's cancel this. This was something he demanded from us. I'm surprised we can't trade. Oh, here we go. We can trade. We can do the same resource trade with her. Just to get the you have supplied us with resources deal long term. She's going to love us though because we're going to have a shared religion. Now what we really need to do is continue filling out our cities and start pushing more cities in this direction because we need to keep expanding. No, I'm not going to cancel deals with the Egyptians. He's got a different religion, so we're unlikely. Like, he is not going to like that, but Hatti we will be able to have very good relations with. Alright, yeah, so we'll work on the library next. We'll probably 2-pop or 3-pop whip that, and then that gets the second food bonus in range. So we're actually kind of back to, like, actually developing here. Slowly getting back to that. How many axes total do I have in this area? Hanging gardens built. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4, 5, 6. I could pull 6 axes here. That's not going to be enough to take that city, not safely.
What's the plan?
Let's get that road reconnected. So continue to hang out and defend for the moment. Well, it certainly hasn't been a boring game, you guys. Alright, so we've got that road finished. Ah, you were supposed to cancel that last turn, but oh well. I actually maybe should finish that, actually. Come back and finish that and put a cottage on it. Although it's not next to a river, so it would be a bit weak, but... And I haven't been paying attention to the capital, have I? Well, the capital's unhappy. That's no surprise. It's going to finish that lighthouse, though. And then I can go back to working that cottage. It's almost out of its unhappiness penalty. We'll swap it over to a settler as soon as this turn's done. And then I'm going to need to get more workers out, too. Poor Quayle. At least it has a granary, so at least it grows at an okay rate. I really should drop this cottage and work 2 farms. Although it is... Yeah, I'm actually going to lose... So I'm going to lose these tiles relatively soon, which is going to suck. Unless I can get some more culture in here. Or maybe not. Well, yeah, because see how he's got a library in that city now? So that it's outputting more culture than me. So I really should get a library in here to try to get more culture and push back against that. We'll see. That would be nice. Yeah, at this point I'm just trying to get some more cities out. My break-even research rate is 30%. Okay, so that's not great. That's not ideal, but like as time goes on, we will continue to get more research capacity. Still, our commerce is not ideal by any means. Just got to keep expanding, though. Keep getting more cities and rely on the fact that we will do better than the AI in the late game. Oh yeah, we don't technically need a library because we... I forgot, we've got religion. We've got Hinduism. Or take more cities, yeah.
President accountable. Yes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, if we could road this tile... Yeah, that's true. If we could capture the city, that would also help. I still can't believe he has not been willing to sign peace. Alright, yeah, no. Maybe. I mean, the archer and the axes... I mean, one of those axes has no promotions. Like, 2 city raid or 3 axes would slice right through that pretty good. Maybe we should make the attempt. Let's move this guy over. We can look to push forward next turn, because everything's fully healed at this point. It's risky, but... I mean, what is this whole game if not risky?
Yes?
City Raider 3 axes are quite strong. I mean, if we're going to do it, we better look to go for it in the sooner rather than later. Because the longer this goes on, the more time it gets to put more units in that city. He's avoiding currency like the plague. I mean, at this point, I don't really want to pay him for peace, and just might not have a choice, though. This looks like probably the right tile to work for the time being. Try to get that granary done faster. I will probably one-pop whip the granary to completion. It's got that shack. I have a shanty and almost a second shanty. How much more whip unhappiness does this city have? Yeah. It's going to be so nice to get to calendar and get some of these happiness resources connected, because we can get 2 more happiness resources. I could also, in theory, spread religion around, but that would require getting to some kind of religious tech, and I'm trying to save beakers by just skipping the whole religious part of the tree. Monarchy would sure be nice, though. Yeah, I don't think there is a riskless move here either. Did you see that? We actually got the... It actually popped up and went to a shanty. Oh, he actually got a great scientist there. Wow, he must have been running scientist specialists.
What's the plan?
All right. We'll move here, and then we can move in next turn, and we can always, if the odds look bad, we can always choose not to go for that. Alright, you guys can chop that down. So the exact tile that this city over here should go on, let's see. Probably this tile here. Probably, because that way it can borrow both the bananas and the rice. And if it's down here, it can't get the bananas, yeah. So that's where our next city is going to go. And boy, do we ever have a lot of jungle to chop over there. How's this city doing in terms of whip? Still has a lot of... I mean, most of my cities have a lot of whip unhappiness because of... Let's do this. Have to drop that cottage, but gets us up to 4 food. if there is one good thing, the AIs don't have a ton of more room to expand into. Whereas I still do have room to expand into. So that's good news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's at 8 cities. I mean, I'm not that far behind in cities. I have 6. He's way ahead in tech, but... Now, he's going to hate me because of my separate religion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... So he has 9 cities. He's probably the scariest one long-term in the game. She only has 5 cities. We definitely have room to get more territory over here. If we could take this city, it would really be open to get more territory in that direction. You can't capture great people. They do just die. All right, we almost have enough. We can one-pop whip this granary next turn, and that is worthwhile to do. How about this settler? So we could 3-pop whip it. Considering we already have more people than we can hold, I think that's worthwhile to do. Like, this city does not have trouble with food, so it's better to get 2 and 3-pop whips. Did we finally connect all the seafood? Yeah, we did. Almost think it might be good to get a workboat next just to go exploring. Like, just head down the coast and see what we spot. So I might do that. Oh, we're actually on turn 100, so if you want to see the demos, we are last in everything, but we're still hanging in there. We're not dead, and that's the big thing. Let's see if we can pull off this attack, and if we can... Yeah, I am the puny, no surprise there. Yeah, so yeah, I think that makes sense. And then we can grow onto that cottage. Probably need to get more cottages. Definitely need more workers, too. It doesn't help how slow the workers are. Alright. Yep, that still looks pretty takeable. Let's send them in and see what we got. I'd love to chop this, but I am concerned about J-Man moving a unit out of the fog. So, okay, so we can whip that, get that granary done, grow onto that cottage. Why don't you come up here and help out at Bosstown or at the capital? Also, why am I still doing a barracks here? Well, now that it's halfway done, I probably should let it continue. We actually got doubled culture. The monument's old enough that it actually doubled in cultural value. That's kind of cool. Just making sure there's no barb over there. Yep, so we've reached, it looks like we've reached the southern coast of the continent. Looks like it. All right, so let's hope this works. Because we're about to see what happens here. Probably want a library. All right, what do we got here? So we've got an axe. Well, let's break up the group. Let's promote City Raider 3 and see what odds we get. 84%, yeah. That's pretty good. And that's, remember, the top defender. Alright, we got another one that we can... Same thing, 84%. Alright, let's hope this is our great general here. Alright, so far so good. Now we have a shock unit. Oh, only 30%. That's not so great. Only 30%? Surprised the odds aren't better than that. But I guess it's got the 20% defense and the fortify. Fortification, yeah. And the tile defense. I don't know if it's worthwhile to send in another attack, because if that's the best odds I can get there, I don't think I can capture the city this turn. Yeah, I don't think the odds are good enough there. Oh, he's actually willing to... He actually has currency now. Of course, now I've used up all my money. Let's hold it. Let's hold here for a turn and see, because that will give us a chance to send those City Raider 3 units back into combat again. It's true the cats would be the only defenders alive, and yes, catapults don't get any defensive bonuses, so they wouldn't get any fortification or whatever bonuses. But I don't like the let's wait here a turn and see if we can get anything better. We're gonna chop this and cottage it next. I was coming up here, help out.
Ready for action. Your orders.
We'll road this tile while they're here. Well, the thing is, I mean, you can say, like, chip away at it and win. The problem is he's going to whip more defending units, because the AI will whip more defenders, so I don't know that this is going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, oh, so he just got a horse archer. See? Not ideal.
Tell me what to do.
He just got a horse archer out. Whoops, that's not great. And there's a barbed galley over here. Awesome.
What do you need?
Hey, buddy. We can trade this cottage between those two tiles. Yeah, this is not, it's not going to work. No, we don't really have anything to defend a horse archer. This attack's not going to work. It was a decent thought, but it's not going to happen. So we should pull this group back. I can just see that that's not going to succeed. So, well, it was a fine thought, but it wasn't quite enough. Unfortunately, now I have City Raider units that are not going to be useful in defense, but that's life. We've almost gotten through the unhappiness penalty here. We didn't lose any units, yeah, so it didn't cost us that much. But yeah, we need to finish math, but we will need to back up and get hunting for spears, because he's got horse archers available in the war that never ever ends. Also, I definitely want to work that tile over that one. And that's better. Actually, no, that's not better, because all it does is cause me to grow into unhappiness. So that's not actually better. Although now that there's a barbed galley coming, I'm going to have to pillage my workboats up there. Great. Just when I need a barbarian unit. All right. Well, why don't we... that is essentially a wasted Great General. It is. It was a worthwhile shot, though. If we had been able to get a full city out of it, it would have been worth enormously. The war ends in the turn he's eliminated. I mean, it's definitely making the game a lot harder by having an AI that just like suicidally throws himself at me as every other AI. There's Dan Quayle. Every other AI insists on developing peacefully. I am going to save the game and see if there's anything I can do to get peace with him. As Sydney continues to freak out, he's like, no, you are going to take me. Buddy, you need to calm down. This is getting ridiculous. You are totally fine. Relax. Sydney, enough. No, enough. I love you very much, but this is ridiculous. Lay down. Go lay down. You can't get this nervous in the middle of the day. Go lay down. All right, like let's just see if we maxed out or if we offered like 10 gold per turn. Nope. All right. He is just determined to suicidally. Nope. All right. So I guess we're not getting peace with him. He is just absolutely determined. I will ruin your game. Like he will not stop attacking us constantly. And of course, he's going to be able to tech up to higher tier units eventually. Well, we'll stop it here, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if I feel great about this game. I really, really wish he would just sign a freaking peace treaty and stop bothering me constantly. But he does not seem eager to do that. He is determined that he will just keep fighting me again and again and again. He obviously has settled this horse resource. I don't know if taking a city would even do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why I literally don't understand why he is insistent. Normally the AI is pretty willing to sign peace treaties in Civ 4, but he just is determined to just keep fighting. Still, we fought off an attack against this guy that I thought was probably going to kill us, so that's pretty good. Like, I'll take that. So, yeah, I guess that's that for right now. I don't think I did anything, but I'll just resave. So, we'll pick this back up again the next time we stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will continue with this very challenging game the next time we pick up from here. So until then, have a great weekend. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.